Isn't that a beautiful thing? Ah. Well, let's see if it makes any sort of difference. There we go. Still gotta work the kinks out. We're still kind of waking up a little bit here. Should be fine though. Let's see here. I want to turn that camera slightly to my left. Okay. That was the wrong direction, actually. I'm an idiot. Let's see, how's that? Oh, a little too much to the right. Let's bring it back slightly. There we go. Nathan, how you doing? Yeah, we're just getting started here. We got a cat looking out the window. Other one's over there. It is nice and chilly this morning. So I'm actually kind of looking forward to getting through this. We're getting a nice early start. We got a lot to do today. Yeah, my voice isn't even fully awake yet. Alright, now we do the shoulders without hitting the ceiling fan. There we go. There we go. Muscles are a little stiff, not fully hydrated yet. That's fine though. In fact, why am I stretching with my shoes on? Get these over here and tighten up the socks a little bit, and that'll make things a little easier. Probably should not be drinking Fresca, but I opened it. I do have a big old cup of water over here too. All right. Hips. There we go. Just on a walk. Walks are pretty good. We don't have anything against walks. Let's see here. there we go, there we go. Whew. Stream elements, but made me nervous for a second there. Thought something was going wrong. Yeah, it's starting to get chilly out here. So we've got to be careful. Really make sure we take as much time as we need to get these joints and muscles loosened up. Don't want to go too hard. End up, excuse me. That's one of the reasons why we shouldn't be drinking Fresca. Carbonation. Just some light morning yoga. Go. Achilles, what are you up to? Yeah, I'm pretty tight this morning. Here we go. Oh, slipped out of the stretch a little bit there. There we go. Okay. Alrighty then. A little bit of karate to start the day. here we go. Oh, I wasn't supposed to put my shoes back on yet. Yeah, never mind any of that stuff I said earlier. We're still waking up, apparently. You know, I might do something a little bit different here. It says today, it's because I'm self-conscious about my torso doesn't mean my arms need to be invisible. If anything, my arms are a little bit better, especially at this distance. I got to change that fundraising goal to be like one of those really good long distance streaming cameras that can follow you and automatically pan, tilt, and zoom. That'd be fun. Put a bunch of them in this room if I could. Maybe even one outside, so I don't have to carry the camera with me every time I go out there. Funny enough, this one's one of the harder ones to do just because I'm wearing socks on a padded floor. It's a little slippery. Something I'm noticing is that this early in the morning, the contrast of the lighting is a little higher than it is towards the middle of the day. Maybe I should have seen that coming. We got this real harsh light coming in through the window here, and then everything else is kind of dark. Gotta find a way to even out the lighting in here. Yeah, it's a good stance. It's halfway decent at the very least. I don't think there's really a whole lot of that's good about what I do. There we go. Alright, that takes care of that. Let's take just a breather here. Turn my timers back on. Alright. Did I finish up my Fresca? There's a couple drops left in there. Just water today. I've actually got to be on camera for someone else's YouTube videos this weekend. So I gotta really crash diet here. Not eat at all this week. Try to look as trim as possible. It's probably going to be mostly water weight and some little bit of visceral fat that I burn this week. But we'll see. Let's see here. What's next? That's right, we gotta do tower next. So let's zoom into that tower a little bit. Can I go in one more point? Nah, let's go back where we were. Oh, that's the wrong button. There we go. Alright, so let's we'll put this here so it's ready for me. And let's see what I can do this early in the morning. Well, not that it's early. You know, I can work in the morning. I can do just about anything in the morning. I tend to actually be a bit of a morning person, but I'm not quite used to working out this early in the morning yet. As a matter of fact, I'll be right back. Please excuse me. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. Alright, let's see here. Just a quick check on how things are going. Alright. Okay, so what did we do last week? 874 or 5 or something like that on the pull-ups. Let's see if we can do better. Alright. A little bit of a stretch. There we go. And alright. Effort time. Let's go. Alright, 7 today. Not as good, but whatever. Ha. There we go. Something I'm sort of realizing is that I might have too many upper body workouts in this. So if we break this down, just on this tower, we're hitting lat shoulders, upper chest, pectorals, triceps, biceps, and core. So we're doing all that. And then after that, we're doing more core. Now it's hard to overtrain the core, so I'm not worried about that. But then follows kettlebell burpees, kettlebell swing, and monkey squats. Which, in all three of those cases, heavily involve shoulders and biceps. Then usually by the time I get done with that, it's time for armband curls, which is almost entirely biceps. But usually by that point I've worked my shoulders so good that I'm feeling it more in my shoulders than I am in my biceps. So I'm wondering at what point it might be too much. I might actually need to reach out, see if I can find somebody who knows more than me and get his or her opinion. And then after that is step-ups. We start working on the lower body. Step-ups are glutes, hips, hamstrings. I'll have to finish this thought on the next break. All right, here we go. Why does that look loose? 6. I would really like it if I could get to 310s on the pull-ups. All right. So, after all that upper body stuff, we get into lower body. Lower body is weighted step-ups. That's glutes, hamstrings, knees, hips, followed by, well, reflex bag, which is a little bit more upper body, but sort of cardio-based as well. Then it's machine gun kicks, which is all hips, and a little bit of calves for the balance. Followed by heavy bag, which really should be more leg work, but I tend to end up boxing it. So, how many shoulder workouts is that? Let's see, the tower, the lats, the tower, the pull-ups hit the shoulders, the dips hit the shoulders, the leg lifts require the shoulders for stability, and then the push-ups involve the shoulders. Followed by a little bit of a break with core. Then we get to the kettlebell burpees, which are shoulders, the kettlebell swings, which are shoulders, and the kettlebell and the monkey squats, which also involve shoulders. That's 7 godforsaken shoulder exercises, all done for, 3 sets of 1 minute on, 30 seconds off. And then the other stuff, which tangentially involves the shoulders. So I might just be blowing out my shoulders, which I shouldn't be doing, especially at my age. Need those freaking things. But the cardio benefits, that's the dilemma. Here we go on the beat. Okay, 6. Well, I didn't really get my chin up over that bar on a lot of those, so I don't know if they count. Probably not. It's tension though. Okay, failing on the dips is no good. Can I do 2 more? Let's find out. Ah! Startled me. Nope, dips are done. Those push-ups are something else too. Oh, didn't set the timer. There we go. So, as I was saying, I've got 7 exercises that directly involve the shoulders, followed by bicep curls, which end up involving the shoulders because of how much I've used them already. And then the weighted step-ups involve the shoulders anyway because I have to grip the weights with my hands, which uses the shoulders. So that's as many, depending on how you look at it, as 10 shoulder exercises. Each pretty intense. It might be too much, but I should get a second opinion. Man, it is a lovely day. Hanging out here with the cats, burning some calories. Whew. We're going to need to set up the timer for the next one. All right. Something I'm curious about. I'm going to hop over to YouTube real quick. Oh, I wasn't signed into Brawny Buck. I was signed into Brawny's Dojo. All right, there we go. Yeah, we got a whole 3 people watching. Haha. Let's see here. Nope, it's 1 minute on. There we go. 30 seconds. 3 rounds. All right, time for some core. What's a good angle? I should have figured this out ahead of time. Let's just do some dead bugs. We're already here. Seen a lot of people say that you only really need to work your obliques, because in working the obliques you work everything else, and the obliques are arguably more important because they're what really holds the core together and gives you all your functional strength. I can't really see a flaw in the logic. All right, take a little breather. 30 seconds. Copacetic, always chilling, never lazy. Just ecstatic, energetic with a little bit of crazy. Here we go. Whew. That minute felt long, and I got curious if the timer was actually going. Turns out there was only 3 seconds left. And I'm just a wuss. Whatever, that's what we're here to fix. There we go. Oh, neck's locking up. Let's get some neck stretches in. Oh, goodness. Oh. Neck is stiff as a board today for some reason. Let's go. Alright. It'll be time to get started again soon. There it is. Kettlebell time. My least favorite time of the day. I'm going to take a quick restroom break. Probably should have done that during the 2-minute break, but whatever. Alright, I'm back. Please pardon me. That's one of the downsides of staying hydrated. You get things like that going on. Alright. Alright, let's see here. Let's see if I can... No, I don't trust myself to jump out into that burpee quite yet. I'll work there though. I'll get there soon enough. All right. On the next set, let's see if we can do at least 10. I don't know how many that was. I feel like it wasn't a lot though. Whew. Man, these really get the heart rate going though. One. Two. Three. Four. 5. 6. 7. 8. Oh. Okay. Okay. Wow, that third set was pathetic. So, I think for the next 2 kettlebell exercises, I'll lower the weight, which I don't want to do, but I don't think I have a choice. Nah, screw it. I can do it. I just gotta stop being weak. What do we always say in this dojo, boys? Strength's of choice. I'll get stronger. Okay. Next up are kettlebell swings. Can't bring myself to lower the weight. I should be able to do this. And tilt the camera back this way a little bit. Let's see, how was that? Alright, that's not bad. This is how you switch. Check it! Got a lot of work to do today when we're done here. Over the weekend, I don't want to go into too much details, but over the weekend I was made aware of some very big problems revolving around my business. I gotta try to fix them when we're done here. I wonder how much business it's cost me though. Like people coming trying to check it out and not being able to find me, or not, at the very least, just not even looking professional. I mean, ultimately it's minor stuff, but it's going to take a long time, a lot of work to fix. Alright, timer's almost up. Here we go. Ooh, we should be going right on the beat drop too. Just control the breathing. Okay. That wasn't bad. Let's see if I can do it twice more. Oh yeah, I already feel that in the shoulders. Lost my momentum, frick. Okay. That wasn't as bad as it usually is. A little bit better. All right, here we go. Ooh. There it is. Come on, Brawny. Live up to that name. Okay. Not as bad as usual. A little bit better. And that's always the goal. Okay. But I will acknowledge the possibility that I am overtaxing my shoulders. I'll try to reach out to some people who know more than I do and see what they think. Because maybe I've got too many exercises programmed. Maybe I just need to lower the weight. Either way, me personally, I feel like I should be able to do this with no problem. But you can only go so far with your own objective viewpoint of yourself. Always helps to have another qualified opinion. Next up is the monkey squat. And those, at this point, hurt a lot. Whew. There we go. Let's air out these forearms a little bit. Roll up these sleeves. All right, time to get back to work. Monkey squats. Oh. Okay. Just control the breathing. Another thing I wonder is if I'm negating the purpose of the monkey squat, doing them so slow. Things about kettlebell exercises is that they're supposed to be really fast and really tax the frick out of your cardiovascular system. So you're supposed to be going as fast as you can, breathing hard, chest pounding by the end of it. And here I am treating this mere 50 pounds real gingerly. Can't be doing that. At least I don't think. Again, I'm coming up to the limits of my own knowledge here and my own ability to judge myself objectively. Oh, that did not feel like 30 seconds. That felt like 10. Heck. But that's why we have timers. Keep us honest. Keep us accountable. Come on. Okay. I think that was number 3. Oh, man. There's that burn. Oh, what are the odds that we got Rainbow Factory and Pegasus device right back to back? Oh, no. Got one more set. Here we go. Good enough. Okay. That's got to be set 3. That should take care of it for the kettlebells. Well, not quite. But part of me's tempted to do step-ups with 40s instead of 25s. Because these are 25s. I feel like I could be doing better. We'll make our decision when we get there. For now, let's just take a breather. Oh yeah, there's the burn in the shoulders. I was having this problem on Friday too. Talking about it all leading up to this point. Shoulders are on fire. Okay. Oh, man. I know there's 3 people watching right now. I need you guys to go message Jack's Blade. Tell him I need his advice. Ha ha ha. Okay, time to go back to work. Oh goodness, even reaching for the resistance band gave me a little twinge. The faded as we shivered in the gutters, far away from home. We lost our last vestige of hope, freezing and alone. Shadow came to us in our dreams with tales of better times. Royal princess of the night forgave us for our crimes, and as the sister overlooked us nocturnal we became. We wore a darker armor, and we carried a different flame. And you answer to a higher calling. You are not part of the best and greatest, and there is no room for failure. You will leave behind all weakness. You are no longer mortals. You are now indestructible soldiers of the night. As the sunset fades away, the yellow turns to gray. The moonlight shines across the land, a calling we obey. Shadows rise to fight a greater fight. My brothers and sisters move as one, we soldiers of the night. There we go. You know, Mad Munchkin, a couple of weeks ago, came out with a video about K-pop demon hunters. Talked about, like, all the, ways that music can help you through a trial or of any kind, stressful situation. I would imagine including, but not limited to, what we're doing right now. She's right. It's been a time-tested method for a long while. Ha! Whew! Ha! Whew. As the sunset fades away, the yellow turns to gray. Moonlight shines across the land, a calling we obey. Oh, God dang it, come on! Hit a wall right there. And when during the rest times I gotta kind of slack over like this because I don't want any tension on any part of my kinetic chain here during the rest period. Because even this, I gotta like grip it with my hands and it's pulling down on my elbows and shoulders, which I'm gonna need in just a second. Okay, here we go. It's just set 3. At least today I'm feeling it just as much in the biceps as I am the shoulders. On Friday it was all shoulders by this point, and I was in quite a bit of pain. Let's control the breathing and get through it. One more. All right. I believe that's the 3rd set. That's the end of that. Let's get the timer for the rest period going. Oh, too much time. What? There we go. All right. There we go. So, now it's time for the step-ups, and this is what I was talking about a few minutes ago. Do I want to go with the 25s, or do I want to try the 40s? Let's try the 40s for at least one set and see how we do. Well, we'll put these to the side here and see if we can even pick up the 40s at this point. All right, so the 40s are right here, a little off camera. Okay, that's not too bad to pick up. So just set these here for the time being. Sip of water. Goodness. Using the 40s is either going to be good for gains or just a horrible idea. And we're going to find out together, folks. All 4 of you watching. Now, next important part is where do we place the bench? Because I got a hard head, but getting hit by a ceiling fan would still probably hurt. Oh yeah, we got plenty of clearance of the ceiling fan. but the camera itself's going to need to be tilted a bit. Everywhere she went, everyone she'd tell what appears is mine as well. What appears is mine is thine as well. Counting the days of a shortening life, living the ways of a nursery rhyme, howling the tune of a ringing bell. What appears is mine is thine as well. All right, here we go. Enough stalling, Brawny. Rah! Oh, that feels good. Nothing like an extra 84 pounds. Definitely feeling the shoulders here. Okay. Oh. Oh, I'm feeling that more in the shoulders than I am the actual hamstrings where I should be feeling it. In fact, the effort on part of my legs feels about the same as it would be if it was 25 in each hand. Something's not adding up. Gonna have to try to figure that out later. Okay. That felt good. Goju Lion, hello. Okay, 2-minute timer. And a sip of water. How was my weekend? My weekend was good. Relaxed a little more than I should have, but also got a little bit of work done. We're hoping the work pays off soon here. Oh man, you guys can't see it, but I'm looking out onto the patio. My cats, oh, I see what they're so focused on. There's a squirrel in the backyard, and they're both just staring at it. One of them's really trying to stalk the thing. Problem, there's a screen in the way. They are not going to be able to get to that squirrel. Oh, man. Now, I got to pick up my 40s and put them down and put the bench away. And bring the reflex bag in. Or maybe we should go out to the reflex bag. Who knows? And I got 30 seconds to worry about it anyway. Beat so hard. And yet another godforsaken stream bot. 11:30 on the dot. Yeah, it's good. They got to be on some kind of timer or something. I don't even, like I was saying last week, I don't even know where they come from or how they work. But, I mean, there's got to be somebody behind them programming them. Do they ever get anything out of it that it's actually, like, worth the effort? And even, like, on the other side of things, as a streamer, I couldn't imagine... Well, first of all, I have integrity. Or at least I try to. There we go. That wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. But, even as a streamer, I don't see how it's worth it to view bot. If you get caught, there goes your account. Unless you're, like, really big. Which, if you're using ViewBotters, you're probably not that big. And, you know, you might get away with it for, what, a couple of months? Something like that. Who knows how long, right? And obviously the longer you put into it, the worse it is when you get caught. The more you grow organically, the worse it is when you get caught when you're view-botting. Because, you know, that's just a bigger audience that's going to be disappointed in you for cheating. Let down more people like that and make it worse for yourself. And then, if you lose your account because you were view-botting, you're just boned. You know, you put all this effort in, weeks, months, years, who knows? And then it's all gone. Because you tried to take the cheap and the quick and easy way out at the beginning. Nah, man, couldn't be me. Alright, we got the camera out. Now let's go get the microphone. Man, I look like the Hunchback of Notre Dame walking around here. No wonder nobody's watching. I wouldn't want to watch me. There we go. Accidentally muted my microphone for a second there. Alright, now comes the part where I can't really see the stream and what's going on. So I'm going to be setting up and then stepping off to make sure the framing is right and check on chat to whatever degree I can. Why do I feel like you're low? No, that's the right height. Let's check our framing. Alright, that doesn't look all that bad, but let's tilt up slightly, yeah? There we go. Getting beauty sleep, boys. Vulpecula, I'm doing all right, all things considered. Getting beauty sleep, boys. Like I was saying. Like I say at the end of every stream, get 8 hours of sleep. Let's see if I can punch on beat. Sleep and weep. I'm trying to scream. Just get away, keep your brave. I've been so jaded lately. You be betraying greatly. Trying to mess around over this, but lose a bit of hot new daily. Beauty, sleep, beauty. Let's see if I can get some footwork back in here. Alright, let's try it on the next round. Maybe 1 minute rounds aren't long enough for reflex bag. Another thing I'm just going to need to get advice on. That list is stacking up this stream. Reflex bag should probably be 5.3s like the heavy bag is. Let's just work on the footwork a little bit here. See if we can. Yeah, my footwork's always sucked, I know. Nobody's ever taught it to me. I've just been trying to figure it out for 15 years. Alright, that wasn't as bad. Definitely needs a lot of practice though. Try again in the third round. It's a fun song to do reflex bag to, if nothing else. Oh, this is also a fun song. There we go. Whew. I think that was round 3, which would finish up reflex bag. And we'll move on to machine gun kicks. Good. Oh, thank you for the compliments, Volpecula. I disagree, but I'm glad you like them. Glad you like my moves. Good. Oh, hang on. Gotta remember how my own thing works. Okay. Well, no. This is correct. That's correct. That's correct. That needs one more round. There we go. I forget which movie, special, short, whatever the song was from. It's a really good song, though. I should dry off this bench. Why am I still getting notifications when everything is turned off? Pain in the neck. There we go. Now we'll have a nice place to sit down in between rounds. Next up are machine gun kicks. It's about time to get to work. I'm curious, is the reflex bag still visible? It's right in the foreground. Just kind of kick that out the way. Yeah, it's good. Now, heavy bag. Got to work on these hip flexors. Well, with this exercise, never set down the foot. I'm not very good at it yet. Probably never will be. All right. All right, let's come on, stay up, stay up, stay up, stay up. Whew. Stay up. We're working progress. We got dance and we got quirks. Dang it. Distracted myself. The trick is to keep your knee up. It's a lot easier to balance like this. All right, now let's do the other side. Okay, we should be fine. All right. 2, 3, 4, 5. Left side still sucks. Just keep that knee up. Almost did it. Come on, where's my balance? All right, other side again. Still working on that control. Whew. In fact, I'm wondering if I should do 6 rounds of these. Get 3 sets on each leg. 3 is generally the correct amount of sets to do for any exercise. Sometimes 4, sometimes 5. Up, stay up, stay up. Oh yeah. Whoa. Stay up, stay up. Ah. Got one more kick in at least. Whew. And that should be it for the machine gun kicks. Cats are playing. It's always fun to watch them. Let me get that 2-minute rest timer going. Check the chat while I'm at it. if anybody's there. Alright, and while that rest timer's going, let's get the round timer. The heavy bag round is meant to sort of simulate a kickboxing match. It's 5 3-minute rounds with a minute rest in between. That rest is actually a little shorter. I think it's in a real kickboxing match, at least in some of the ones that I've been to, it's been 2 minutes. 3 minutes on, 2 minutes off. I'm not sure though. Maybe it is just 1 minute. Man, it's been way too long since I've been in a ring. I gotta fix that. Only got a couple years left on me. Gotta try to even out my record, but at least even out my record before I retire. But I've been out of it for so long. A lot of people my age didn't take 10-year hiatuses. And also have not been crippled twice to 3 times. Pain in the neck. Alright, rest timer's almost up, so I'm going to check you out one more time and then we're going to fight. Alright, I'm glad you guys are still here. Gotta work on my footwork a bit more. Try to actually get to use this back fist leading into some kind of combo. I don't like that back fist front hook thing. Unless I can change angle while I do it. Like that. Into the front kick and then follow up. That might work. But really what I gotta get better at doing is being out of range and then pitching into range. And then the follow up. A spinning back kick might take too much time though. So maybe if I hit side kick and the spinning back fist, that's a little quicker. Or maybe even better is hit side kick to regular back fist. That might even be better. But I'm sparring. And I always have trouble with the distance management. Because these guys can just get out of the way faster than I can get to them. And then my only choice is to fight defensively. And just wait for them to move it quicker with the front kick. Stop them when they come. This. In and out. In and out. Sorry about that. Circle was stopping me from breathing. Hit the ground, back fist, stand out. I wonder if I can hitch the hook. So, no, that's not good at all. I'm only getting a few inches when I need to be getting like feet. It's hard to do because I can slide up from way further away and even quicker than I can hitch. But slide ups telegraph a lot. So my only option is wait till they make the first mistake and make the first move, and hopefully I can stop them. A lot of times, these guys are throwing this back fist so fast, and from so far away that I can't even throw a side kick in time. I gotta just keep my hands up, catch the counter with the round. Because while they're flying across like this, ribs are open. Sometimes the ribs are open. Oftentimes, if they're better, they know to like hold their hand here. So even as I catch a counter roundhouse, they're covered. And a lot of refs would count that as a block, which is a pain in the neck. At the very least, it should be neutral. Or a double or something, but it doesn't usually work out that way. What are you doing, you crazy cat? I don't think you want to eat that spider. That would be unwise. You would not like the taste of that spider. All right, round two. If you're out there in the chat, recommend some combos to me. I'll try them out and see what I think about them. Ball of the foot, forward, back, punch. Man, they come from, I don't even know if I'm still on screen, coming from way the heck back here, but they just like, they just lunge into it. Like, I gotta get better at throwing it like that. And it feels silly. But obviously I'm getting my butt kicked every week. I know it works. I just can't do it myself yet. And then funny enough, they have some continuous fighters in there that prefer to, stand and kickbox. And I do usually a little bit better against those guys because they're just treating everything boxing, jab, reverse, front hook usually, rarely but still sometimes a rear hook, uppercut if they can think to throw it if they see an opening. Uppercuts are kind of hard to do on a heavy bag because they don't work exactly the same way as a human chin does. Makes me kind of wish I had a body opponent bag. But the ones that are shaped like people. But then their kicks are just like round, right? They don't, for some reason, they're not using their whole arsenal like the hook. And I'll see them do that when they're point fighting. They'll use their hooks and their sides and their fronts. But then for some reason, when they're doing continuous, all they're doing is round. And then, I'll like catch the counter there with the spinning hook, or I'll, bait them in with the jab. They'll move in, side, spin back kick, and get eaten up like that. Or because they're using like a traditional boxing stance or a Muay Thai stance, front kick the whole time. And I land a lot more points than I would have otherwise, so it's weird. When we do point, I can barely handle the techniques they use, and then when they do continuous, they forget to use all their techniques. I genuinely don't understand. I'm probably missing something obvious. I'm probably stupid. In fact, more likely than not. I got a few seconds. Let me look at your chat real quick. Jabs, power punches, and hook. Okay. We'll try that one this third round. I mean, that's a pretty basic, it's almost a universal combo. So jabs are going to come off the front leg just straight, right? And what you don't want to do is, the whole point of the jab, in my opinion, is to sort of not telegraph. So you don't want to be able to see that coming at all. So you got to keep the movement low in your shoulders and just let the elbow come out straight. In fact, what some people do is they don't even extend the hand for the jab. They just move in with their feet, right? And when you don't move and your opponents are up here, he's looking at your face, he's looking at your shoulders, should be looking at your hips, right? It's a really tricky advanced technique, but you want to get to a point where you can look at the hips and the eyes at the same time, because the eyes are going to look where they're going to hit and the hips are going to move. The body cannot move without the hips, but a lot of people don't do that. So an advanced fighter will take advantage of that by, without even moving, they'll just hop into that jab. And all of a sudden it's like he's way out here, and then just, you're like, oh shoot, I just got hit. And but then by the time you realize you got hit, that's when he's got the reverse, the hooks. There goes the ribs. Zeus did not appreciate that. Startled him a little bit. Zeus, you know I'm boxing here. But anyway, jab, power, and hook, right? Which is really also a power. I mean, personally, actually, let me think about it before I talk and make an idiot out of myself. Where do I usually throw my hooks? Well, the correct answer is whatever's open. Usually if I land a couple of hits up here or get their attention up here, then they're going to raise their hands and leave the ribs open. But I almost, actually come to think of it, I almost don't even throw hooks. Because like, if I slow this down, look at the angle that my hook is coming from. And yeah, I'm like turning and following through it like a hook. But this thing is still pretty much hitting straight, which is, you know, kind of a karate specific strategy where the quickest punch is just going to be a straight line. And it's also going to be the more powerful punch. You really got to, like that, right? And especially what Ishin-Ryu specifically teaches, and I believe it's like one of the very few objectively better martial arts techniques, is they teach it straight from the hip, vertical fist. They have a hook, but it's still a vertical fist. It comes around, but it comes upside down and gets a lot of the elbow and shoulder behind it. Plus the footwork for the setup of that is like they palm strike here and then they lead up to the hook. So while you're offline, you're driving your hips in the direction that you want to bring that hook in. So long story short, I don't really throw all that many hooks. I caught one last week. Guy jabbed and I saw it coming and I just knocked the jab down and with the same hand just like that and got him on the face mask. That was nice. Took it like a champ though, he did. And we gotta get back to work here. So I don't really like reach out and come across. It's still just a straight punch, but maybe I turn my hips. And I've said it before, but I don't know if I've said it on stream, is when you know what you're doing, you don't really punch with your hands. You punch with your hips. Right? Let's see here. So, I've stalled for 2 rounds talking about jab, power, hook. And maybe we can do jab, power, wind up, and throw that same hand hook. Which is usually good, you know, because people don't just stand here like this thing does if I move like that, there's a good chance I can get it, especially if I trick him into not seeing it coming. But he's gonna move, basically. And so I might get him here, feel my distance. He's trying to look for an opening. I'm keeping the pressure with this straight punch. But then I'm gonna need to move as he moves. Keep that pressure up. It's kind of hard to demonstrate on a heavy bag. I wish I had a sparring partner. It's not a bad combo. Everybody uses it. Me personally, I'm just less likely to use a hook. Another context I tend to use a hook is in an evasive context. So I might jab, come in like that, and like I said, the heavy bag's not going to hit back, but a person will. So I've moved, he's moved, I've managed to, tap his gloves. He's probably going to throw his right or his left. Right, most people are orthodox, they've got their left hand forward. And he's going to see this opening here on my right when I'm coming in like this and want to catch that counter. So I might weave behind him, down, duck, and step to his flank, in which case his ribs are going to be open, and I'll grab that hook on the way out and then turn into a angled punch like so. Like that. And you always want to go to their outside because it's a lot harder to defend. Now most formats won't let you punch to the back of the head for very good reason. But even if you angle, even if you flank, you can still catch a good chin shot, cheek, temple, something like that. And those are not pleasant. Maybe even the ear. Oh goodness, you catch somebody good in the ear, they're not going to want to fight anymore at all. It doesn't matter what they're doing. Oh, we are playing my favorite song. Don't mean summary, I can see where they want me. I'm bathing in confidence, got in the fog, saturated metropolis. Better give up before you squander your profits. I'm hot, got your whole life, got the office out there, your future work. Put with a whole fan in the doozy, right up in your face, down with the cutest nerd. He didn't think of saying, but lose it, learn that she's my best friend. Until the end of time, we'll have each other's backs, and let our true self shine. And that's because everything we need is all right here when we're with our team. I've loved this song since it came out. It's one of the best rap songs in the whole Brony fandom. Fenn, the rapper, I don't know exactly when, but when I went looking for his songs, he had, as far as I could tell, deleted all of his Pony raps. So I can't stop referencing Pony. Frickin' this song. But turns out they were just unlisted. So Emerald Spencer, my good friend, found the Equestrian Daily with the article with the unlisted link. So now it's on my playlist, and we get to listen to it and enjoy it together. Even though it's really only quick, but a lot of the best rap songs are pretty quick. I'd say a good 99% of the time. A rapper gets a 3.5-minute song with a standard formula. They got a feature on there. Like there was one comedian made a joke like, oh, rappers will say like, oh, I'm the best rapper and screw everybody else. How can I forget about everybody else? You've got them all on your album. You had 3 of them doing the song with you. And I sort of learned, well, I don't know if learned is the right word, but when I'm doing voice acting or recording, I'll warm up with a few different rap songs. And there's a few good ones out there that I'll use. Ugly Faces by Watsky, Rap God by Eminem, Flow Rhyme. There's a few of them out there that I'll use to warm up my voice, get my enunciation right. And Rap God is very difficult. Rap God set a world record. I Can't Stop Referencing Pony is way the frick faster than Rap God. Frickin' Fen. The rapper Fen should be in the Guinness Book of World Records, not Eminem. In fact, I think Watsky, like I had mentioned earlier, has a couple of songs that go faster than Rap God. Godzilla's also another one that's really fast and really good. Was that my last round? I can't remember. I'll find out in 5 seconds. Yep. Nope, yep, that was my last round. All right. Let's pack it up, boys. All right, today we'll grab the microphone first. Stick that back where it goes. Now let's go get the camera. Oh, what I wouldn't give for a nice multi-camera setup that I could just remotely switch between them. Let's see, how's that angle? Needs to tilt down a little bit. Part of the reason I look so much like Quasimodo is I gotta hunch down in order to see the gosh darn video feed. There we go. Well, we got through the whole routine in a pretty good amount of time. My shoulders aren't burning anymore, so, maybe I was just being a big baby earlier. But I actually had fun today. It's not terribly hot, so I'm not sweating so much that I'm losing water. But we're going to go get some creatine and protein powder. And we're going to take a little nap. And we're going to get a shower, so we don't stink up. I still got to go teach my karate class later tonight. And I got a lot of computer work to do that hopefully you guys will see the results of soon. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, everybody who did. Make sure to go get your, if you worked out with me, go get your own protein shake. Make sure you're getting 8 hours of sleep. Let me know if you have any questions on anything. I'm here for you guys.